Hey y'all, just wanted to have a quick Chiari Malformation conversation. I just want to show you guys the book that I've been speaking about that one of my viewers told me about a while ago. If you have Chiari Malformation, a child or a family member, I suggest maybe getting this book. It may be on like Barnes and Nobles, maybe you may be able to find it online somewhere. I did purchase mine on Amazon. But initially, when I was doing all my research on Google to try to find information about it, I did find some things, but I was also wanting like firsthand knowledge of people who are actually going through it, that I can see their experience. And on YouTube, there was not a lot of people actually doing that. So I decided, in my journey, let me show, you guys, and maybe it'll help you guys out if you have a family member, but my symptoms, and if you watch those videos and you have some of those symptoms, you're still not crazy, by the way. Yeah, and then my journey through the decompression surgery, which I had to have because I have a syrinx. I know I always repeat this. I had a syrinx and I would have become paralyzed from the neck down, so I had to have the decompression surgery. And it's not for everybody, but I literally just wanted to show my experience because it seems like, there's more people with Chiari malformation than we know. And oftentimes, some of the doctors are not trained in Chiari malformation. And that's why I always say, when you're researching someone, as far as a neurosurgeon, a surgeon, please just ensure that they are familiar with Chiari malformation. Make sure that they have, knowledge of it, and they can lead you in the right direction for what you need as far as management of symptoms, or even if you have to go the route of decompression surgery, just make sure that, you get all the details from your neurosurgeon, because this should not be his first surgery, But anyway, so I just wanted to show you guys the actual book. And so it's called Conquer Chiari, A Patient's Guide to Chiari Malformation, the second edition by Rick Labuda. Can y'all see that? So I think this is a good read, and they actually have a website on the back, and it's www.conquerchiari.org. So I think this is a good read, if you're trying to become more aware of this chronic illness. Let's see here. Some of the chapters include, and like I said, this is like a one-stop shop because I got on Google and I was searching, and sometimes researching can become overwhelming within itself because there's information, but you're trying to find it from different sources. But this is like a one-stop shop. So, for instance, chapter 2 is talking about the basics of Chiari. What is Chiari? The symptoms. Chapter 3 is about diagnosis. Chapter 4 is about treatment. You've got outcomes. Recovery. It talks about living with Chiari and looking towards the future. So this book right here, it's got tons of information, literally tons of information. Let's see here. It's got statistics. Yeah, so there's a lot of information in here. So I suggest, if you can, instead of having to Google everything, I suggest maybe you look into getting this book because, like I said, it's a one-stop shop. They probably have it on Barnes and Nobles, not sure, but I'm pretty sure this book here, since this is the second edition, is probably in a lot of places online or maybe even local bookstores. Now, I did get mine on Amazon and it was under 20 bucks. So if you're interested in getting the book, I'll put the link in the description on Amazon where I purchased mine. But I know going through this journey, and I know if you're a parent going through it, if you have Chiari malformation yourself, going through this journey is hard. I completely understand it. I've been having issues. I was having issues for the longest time. Like I say, went into urgent care because I was having numbness on this side. When I was in the shower, I couldn't even hold the towel. So I went in thinking it was the word that rhymes with poke. Thought that's what it was. Turns out, after I got the x-rays, they sent me to get MRIs. Turns out I had Chiari Malformation. Turns out I had a syrinx. My Chiari Malformation was diagnosed at 9 millimeters, and my syrinx, I think, I can't even remember the number, but it was so wide in my spinal canal that it was literally pinching off my nerves. So for me, and it's not for everybody, but for me, I had to get the decompression surgery. Otherwise, I would have become paralyzed from the neck down eventually, because the syrinx grows like this. So I would have eventually become paralyzed. So for me, brain surgery was not an option. And God is good. Everything went well. So please know that I understand where you're coming from if you're dealing with this, with the headaches and every symptom. I think I had 40 plus symptoms. I understand everything that you may be going through. And I just want to say, just continue to advocate for yourself. Find specific Chiari Malformation doctors that are familiar, that have been trained, since, so that way you're not being bounced around and you're not a guinea pig, you know. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I usually I usually communicate right back on the videos. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you guys would like me to do any videos Chiari Malformation related that will kind of help other people out, let me know. But anyway, I suggest you get your hands on this book, because it's kind of like a one-stop shop, and it can probably answer some questions that your doctors who are not well informed about Chiari, it'll probably help you out with that. So continue to pray, get your rest, and I know it's hard, but continue to just focus, advocate for yourself, and with your faith in God, everything is going to work out. All right, I love you guys. Bye.